All right, good morning, everyone. This is the new Thursday weekly briefing covering the period of today, Thursday, through next Wednesday, which happens to be Christmas Day. So we'll get started. It should be a pretty quick briefing. There's not a whole lot to talk about for the next 7 days. We've got Arctic high pressure overhead today. It resulted in low temperatures this morning, mostly in the 20s, perhaps a few upper teens in the typically colder outlying areas. And it's a cold start to the day, continuing through the afternoon with temperatures only in the upper 30s to lower 40s for most folks in central North Carolina. And then equally as cold, if not just a bit colder tonight, with some more upper teens to lower to perhaps mid-20s again, but dry during that period with the cold. No chance of precipitation to interact with the cold air. And then we continue with high pressure over much of the East Coast into the beginning of the weekend with moderating temperatures. So for central North Carolina, temperatures should rebound into the 40s and 50s for tomorrow and Saturday. And then an area of low pressure is going to develop in the Gulf of Mexico later or early this weekend, and then track across the Florida Peninsula and offshore the southeastern United States coast. And a large area of rain will accompany that area of low pressure as it tracks slowly from the Gulf to the southwestern Atlantic. And central North Carolina will likely be on the northern edge of that rain shield. All that precipitation will be in the form of rain. This cold air will have retreated well north of our area by the time the moisture associated with that system gets here. And then it looks like we dry out with moderating temperatures, in fact, mild with temperatures in the 60s by Christmas Day. So if you're hoping for a white Christmas this year, in central North Carolina anyhow, is not going to be for you. With the Arctic high pressure overhead and continuing to extend south into the area with those moderating temperatures, there's no threat of thunder of any kind. It will be dry, so certainly no severe weather in the outlook from the Storm Prediction Center through the start of the weekend. And even when the rain comes in later in the weekend and early next week, it will be devoid of any lightning, so we're not worried about any thunderstorms and certainly no severe weather. This is a look at the accumulated precipitation forecast through the 7 days. As you can see, it's going to be dry, as we noted, through the beginning of the weekend, and then that precipitation accompanying the area of low pressure over the southeastern United States on Sunday and Monday. And that's when we'll have our best chance of rain in central North Carolina, with the better chances over the southern counties and lesser chances and amounts up near the Virginia border. So if you live up near the Virginia border, the likelihood of precipitation will be much, much less than down toward like Fayetteville, Clinton, Maxton, Laurinburg, Richmond, Wadesboro, those areas in southern North Carolina. And there will be a very sharp gradient on the northern edge of the precipitation shield from those that do get rain to those that don't get rain, but likely at least have a fair amount of cloudiness, even if it is dry. So in summary, again, cold and dry through tonight with moderating temperatures through the start of the weekend, and then a chance of rain with better chances south versus north Sunday, Monday. Then that system and the rain gets out of here for the dry and increasingly mild period for Christmas Eve day, and then likely into the end of next week, although there's some uncertainty with respect to another little cold shot spreading across the Great Lakes, and whether or not we're going to be influenced by that, or if we just remain mild with temperatures in the 50s and 60s during that time period.